I'm one black woman. If it was another black woman cast in No Time to Die, it would have been the same conversation. She would have gotten the same attack, same abuse. So it's not personal to me. I just have to remind myself that the conversation is happening and I'm a part of something that will be very, very revolutionary. Hello, I'm Lashana Lynch and I'm here today at my Harper's Bazaar cover shoot. The best piece of advice that has made me feel empowered and confident in life and at work is that you were meant to be in the room. You earned your right to be in the room. There's no way you would be in that room if you weren't meant to be there and contribute something to that space. So if there's a cast or a team of 10 people and you're the 10th person, without you, there's no full team. Without the 9th, 7th, 3rd, 1st person, there's no full team. So I have to really remember that without me, they can't get on with their day. Just like without number 7, I can't get on with my day. So we're all essential to the room. When I tap into that, I tap into a part of me that remembers that that's my power. The strength and the might that I've built up over the years of experience I've had is my superpower. And I tend to, bring that into every space that I reside in. Feeling nervous voicing my opinion in the workplace is just something that you have to take day by day. The spaces that I work in are generally old white men dominating them. I'm a young black woman and they have a say on my black experience, which is quite bizarre to me in my brain. So when I'm at work, I have to think very carefully on how to voice what I want to say. No matter how I say it, I can easily come across as difficult, aggressive, the angry black woman, which is nothing like me. So it's difficult, but you use it, and when you use it, you get sparks of joy in your work. I have never doubted that this was the career path for me. Self-doubt is very real when it comes to not knowing where you are in life and not knowing what you want to do, but I'm very grateful to have known that I want to be in entertainment since probably about 6 years old. So I've never really had to think about it, luckily. I went from singing to dancing to acting to wanting to write stories to wanting to design clothes, and everyone around me has been really supportive, so that's never been a question. There is like a weird space between getting the job and actually doing the job, where you think, oh gosh, I have to do this now. Like I have to perform, I have to deliver, I have to get it right. And again, in that space, in that little space, you have little sparks of reminders of, yeah, but you're in the room for a reason. So if you couldn't do the job, you wouldn't have gotten the job in the first place. The way that I deal with criticism is this. I literally look at everything on paper and I decipher if the criticism is coming from people I care about, friends, family, people who know me that care about me and have my best interests at heart, or if it's people who don't know me or who've met me for all of 3 seconds and developed an opinion about me, whether that be the public, social media, which as we know is a big melting pot of emotions and opinions that have nothing to do with you usually. When it's people that I care about, I usually take it on board as a point of growth, because I know that they're saying it for a reason, because they have me at heart. Whereas the strangers don't. If I see truth in it, then I usually take it on board to work on. If I don't see truth in it, then I remember that it's not always me, sometimes it's them. And even when it's not them, sometimes it's not for me, it's for someone else. The conversation about not wanting 007 to be a woman was great because the conversation was being had. I think that was a great start. For 25 movies now, we've had many conversations about other things, but this is probably one of the most powerful and poignant conversations that the franchise has had, and is very relevant to where we are today and the world that we've been growing towards for a long time. What it then further reminded me about was that patriarchy don't like it when you challenge or threaten their power in any way with any relevant, cool, open-minded, diverse ideas like having a female 007. And along with that, I can't ignore that I'm a young black woman. So if that conversation is centered around me, there's a patriarchy that don't want 007 to be a woman, but then there's also a ton of other people who just don't want 007 to be a black woman. So with all of that, I'm one black woman. If it was another black woman cast in the role that I play in No Time to Die, then she would have had this, it would have been the same conversation, she would have gotten the same attacks, same abuse. So it's not personal to me. I just have to remind myself that the conversation is happening and I'm a part of something that will be very, very revolutionary. Thank you so much for watching and subscribe for more.